Hello, everybody. I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and I'm just waiting for folks to start coming in. Hello, everybody. So that we can start talking about what's going on the soaps. But so far, I don't see any comments. I see eight people. Was it 30 people in the room? There we go. Hello, Jacarius and Christy. How everybody doing? Yeah. I still think Charlie will end up being uh, Allie's baby daddy, just for the simple fact that he is. There's nobody else in the age range. Aaron, hello. Samantha, hello. Bridget, hello. Joel, hi. Hi. Is that Joel or Joe? Samson. Yes, please like the video. There's currently 10 likes and uh, 33 people watching. Um, hey, Zoe, Andrea, Kristen, Chris, and Roderick. Um, Actually, I disagree with getting rid of Gwen. Um, like always, soap operas need villainesses, and Gwen honestly is just getting started. Um, so just gotta see how it develops when it comes out that I guess she's Abigail's sister, which is weird because JJ's now into, I guess, a stepsister. You're welcome, Christine. Sharon cancer story, Roderick. Yeah, that's a distant memory. I don't think anybody even remembers her supposedly having cancer because they never really played the story out. Jacarius, I don't know which newbies you're talking about. You need to be more specific because, as far as casting, I'm pretty much fine with the General Hospital cast. Yes, Paris is going to fall for Zende. That's already written in the cards. I don't know what they're going to do with Kristen. I'm happy to see she was in the 55th anniversary cast picture, which gives me a little bit of hope. Although Sammy wasn't in it and she's on the show for a year, so we'll see. Oh, Quinn ain't done. Quinn is gonna fight for her place next to Eric, even though it looks like Eric is ready to move on to Shauna. Uh, I haven't given up on Days of Our Lives. I'm just not currently really invested in any of their stories. But except maybe Xander and Philip. Um, I think I think my problem with the shows right now, and I'm gonna be real honest with you, uh, I'm not really liking any of them because I hate every time Thomas starts talking to that stupid doll on Bold and Beautiful. I can't stand the Trip being accused of doing that to Allie, knowing that it's gonna come out that he didn't really do it, but sort of like stressful, sort of watching this play out when you know that Allie is probably gonna end up being Trip's love interest when it's all said and done. That's why they liked each other so much. Um, they hinted all of that. So after all this drama, they'll probably end up together. And then Claire will probably be fighting over Theo. I mean, Trip with Allie because she's a little obsessive, and um, unless they put Claire with Ben, because contrary to what some people think, Sierra is gone. She's only guest starring back and forth, so you better give it the program. You may be told to trust the process, but guess what? Victoria is who plays Sierra is desperately looking for new work. So we'll get her back as Sierra if she can't find nothing else to do, and she's even working on new music. So yeah, trust the process that they're going to push him with Claire. Bridget Jeannie Francis comes back next week, I think. Um, Now, Zoe, I have to disagree. I love a good twin story, but they are rushing this Alex story just for November sweep so fast. She barely switched with Anna before she was shooting and kidnapping people. That was quick. I would have loved for her to come back in a way where Peter could have actually gotten to know her. Or because if y'all remember, Alex wasn't crazy and Alex wasn't this super evil spy. She was on All My Children and she was perfectly sane and fine. But they couldn't have. She was basically Anna on All My Children, but they couldn't have her be Anna. So, you know, Alex just by default, they rewrote her to be this villain. But we need villains that can actually last a while, not villains that are just gonna like burn through a storyline really quickly, and that's that. Um, I don't think they should get rid of Valentine because he's an essential villain on the show. And I think that I don't have a problem with Peter. I have a problem with Peter's storyline. It's a difference. You can love an actor, but feel like the story could be better. And I want Nina to find out about Nell's baby, Nell's her daughter, and all the drama's going to come from that. So I wouldn't want Nina to go either. Um, well, Zoe, when it comes to Christina, the problem is they made her a lesbian. They sometimes mention she's bi, but for the most part, they made her a lesbian and they put themselves in a box because they don't like writing for gay characters. So when it comes like November sweeps or something, or February sweeps, or May sweeps, or July sweeps, they're gonna want to pull out those characters to try to get those audiences to bring the ratings up so they can charge more for advertisers. But when it's over, they disappear. Like Brad and Lucas, we don't know anything about their marriage. They don't even care now that Brad's in jail. They're like, okay, we can move on now. So to me, making her a lesbian, knowing that they won't commit to those stories because they're afraid that they'll get backlash from conservative viewers, makes it hard to root for those characters. But at the same time, they know that if they make her straight, then you have problem with liberal viewers that are going to be mad that you just are flip flopping. Although technically, being bi, they can do that, but yeah, they want their cake and eat it too. But they bake the cake, but then they sit it to the side. So Jacarius says, "I don't like Zoe." Well, you know, I want to like the actress. She has her moments, but I don't think that they have the proper stylist for her. I don't think they give her the proper makeup. I don't think they give her the proper clothing. Because sometimes Zoe looks good and sometimes Zoe looks weird, you know. And so I think they really need to commit to making her character visually what they want her to be. I don't know how long Theo's going to be on the show. I haven't seen anything definitive about him leaving right away. Brit, I like Brit, but Brit has fallen into they sort of brought her on, but they don't seem to have a storyline for her. They brought her on for shock effect and because she has fans. Uh, this other one question up here was, did Holly ever come back from General Hospital? Well, Christine, the problem with Holly is she's not in the country because of the pandemic. She wasn't able to come into America, so she can't come here. So that's why they brought in Robert's other love interest from the past, Jackie, who's complete flop. I can't stand that character. Now, Jacarius, if you want to name people that don't belong going to General Hospital, go on ahead and throw Jackie in that list as the start. Jackie and Cyrus. What's my thoughts on the all women episode? I didn't like it. I said that on social media. If you follow me on Twitter, I was like, "Is not it not now? There's too many." General Hospital have some good plots in development. They got a murder mystery coming up, but they drag these storylines out. We've been waiting to find Nina to find out Noah was her daughter for what 3 years now. So the idea that finally is going to happen this month is like I don't want any throwaway episodes, no fantasy episodes, no after school special. Get we got shit to do. Get to it. Um, okay. So I don't know what this comment is representing. Zoe Johnson, so true. I understand, but I always miss her. But I at least have Carly. I don't know who you're missing. Um, yes, Christy. I don't like the story of Thomas. And Martha's with me. We both like Dr. O and Britt. Um, uh, the person on the phone with Philip Christie is Ava. Ava is Philip's secret partner that comes out on Friday. Um, and for the members, I just see a couple of members in the room. I'll get the spoilers out for you today, which will tell you that Ava and Philip is partners. I don't know when Trina's going to see Taggart. Well, I don't know why they pushed Ray and Sharon's wedding out so far. Uh, to New Year's Eve. I'm like, you passing Thanksgiving and Christmas, going straight to New Year's Eve. We gonna drag this wedding that's not gonna happen out that long. Then can we also start a conversation about how Sharon is a horrible parent who picked Adam over her daughter? That was that annoyed. I knew it was coming, but it really annoyed me. Samantha, um, I think that Charlie is probably going to be Tripp's twin because the DNA matched. So I don't think if he's a half brother, it would match like as well. There'd probably be something questionable about it, like he's a relative, not the father. But if they're twins, like fraternal twins, then a DNA test could probably come up saying that Trip is the father when it's really Charlie. Bridget, I honestly don't think that Ryan is going to die. I think that Ryan is now in a perfect position to escape the hospital. I think him getting stabbed is his way of. He didn't do it on purpose, of course, but it was the writer's way of getting Ryan out the hospital, out the prison, so that he can escape the hospital and you know, cause some havoc, like go after Ava or something. Oh no, he's escaped the hospital. Ryan can be anywhere. I can see them doing that, especially since he's so angry at Ava that, the idea that he escapes the hospital and is out there would definitely be a very November sweeps type story for him. I hate Jackie Zoe. She has no chemistry with Finn. She looks like she don't even want to be on the show. She looks like she's just doing it for money. She does the least amount of acting she has to get through the scene. She's just saying lines. No, I don't like Jackie. Bridget, I don't know when or if Lulu and Julian is leaving because um, right now there's no confirmation that they're leaving. It's technically just a rumor. And uh, the actress who plays Lulu said that contractually she can't say whether or not she's leaving. Julian William DeVry, he's on Twitter teasing uh, fans. He also can't say directly if he's leaving. Just saying, little funny things about if he leaves, they're gonna have to drag him out, or he dropped little crazy stuff like that online. But he did say if they fire him, he's not coming back. Well, Jakarius, Laura has been through a lot, but I'm not sure if they'll kill Lulu off. I don't know. It just don't make sense to me, especially with Dante back. It just some don't seem right. Uh, Marsha Randolph, I know they're gonna play around with Eric and Shauna potentially being a love interest. I have a feeling before it's all said and done, Quinn's portrait will come down, because they talk about her portrait a lot. Everybody wants it to come down, and she's like, it's still up there. But I think if anybody's going to get the portrait down, it's going to be Shauna, not Brooke. Okay, Wendy Kendarian. Sharon has always been a hoochie. First mother, second. Poor Faith has to raise herself. Yeah, poor Faith. She does not deserve her mother not after way. Plus, Faith was so worried about Sharon with the cancer, and she's been through a lot. For Adam to pick Adam over Faith is just like piss poor. Thank you, Aaron. We neither one was like Jackie. Uh, Now, I don't think Thomas needs to leave Bold and Beautiful. I think they just need to stop with this fantasy storyline. Samantha Greenridge, do you think that Theo's going to get a portion of Dean as well? I don't care because they fired him from the show. So I will be fast forwarding through every Theo scene. You know, there's no point to it because he's gone. So if you're not going to develop this character, I care about him as much as you do. I'm divorcing the character. Yes, Jakaria's Nina is coming back to Young and the Restless. And I had predicted it before they even showed it that Abby and Chance would probably get married. And that's one of the main reasons she was coming to the show. Toby feels the same way about Thomas. Yeah, Dania, I feel like, you know, Theo suing the entire Abbots of Dean Estate. Once again, who cares? If they don't care, why should I? Uh, Timothy, I agree with you. I think that part of the reason why I didn't do the Thursday and Friday daily recap is that I was so emotionally invested in this election and the ups and downs, and like they're at 99% for 2 days. uh, and you still ain't finished counting. I think Nevada still ain't finished counting, even though they gave it to Biden. I mean, really? I mean, I want them to do their job. I want it to be accurate and fair and right. But at the same time, come on now, 99% counted, and then you were just going to chill on the last votes. I think that Thomas may attempt to kill Liam. However, that will probably lead to the reveal that he has some underlying illness, like a brain tumor or something, that's causing this craziness. Chris Garvey, yes, Kate and Jake hook up. And so Gabby comes back to the show at the end of the month and she immediately wants to tell Jake the truth. However, I think she finds him and Kate in bed. So that therein lies the triangle. Paris is nice for Marsha Randolph. I completely agree. That is what I said about Paris in one of my daily recaps. Is that it's just a nice, refreshing change. Even the fact that she's just a nice character. She don't really have any plots or schemes and or anything, and she's just a good person that is about to be in a trashy situation with her sister. But still, I like that. I know Stephanie Force's passed. However, they should have left the portrait out there, not changing it every time somebody marries somebody new. Toby, if that was my house and I got a new spouse, I'm not gonna have the old spouse picture over the mantle. No, you gotta get out of there. Out with the old, in with the new. Stephanie's the past. Put her a small little picture on the mantelpiece and call it a day. And that's just for the kids to look at. Uh, why are you saying Finn looks homeless? I mean, Finn just looks like he just stepped out of, I don't want to say the Gap, but one of those type stores. He just has a suburban type outfits. Timothy, I think that Ava will keep the secret because it's best for Trina. I think that Trina will find out that her father is alive, usually as they do with all secrets at the worst possible moment. And then she'll feel betrayed by everybody because by then Portia will probably even know too. Okay, Dania Jeffries, who's not in game? Unless you're talking about Jake and Kate, because Gabby and Jake are definitely in game. Kate's just a temporary situation. Oh, the Jake and Gab. Thank you. I just read a few down and caught up. Um, Toby says, as well as Phoenix, I wanted to see how you would say, oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I actually like Quinn and Eric together, and I like that the status that Quinn has as Eric's wife, the forced matriarch that nobody really respects, but still, she sure knows how to slap a chick. Um, Phil looks like every guy. Okay, nothing. Okay, he's generic, not homeless. That's a good way to put it. That particular fashion to me looks generic. Like they just made it for like the suburban set with no color, no flair, just caramel. Are you still loving fights with Maya picture up there? Um, you know, she got either got fired or quit the show. The actress that plays Maya said she wasn't be doing the character anymore. So I was surprised to see her picture was on the wall at Force of Creations. It looks like Jack slept with Kate. We're gonna get a flashback this week of what happened to Jack and Kate. I want to know how Gwen found out. Um, Actually, James Richmond, I would love to see Billy and Sally together. I think Sally would definitely. It's weird, but I know there's like a 31 years age difference between them, either 31 years or 37 years. But I do see them putting her with Jack potentially, just like with Quinn for the money, in the status, for her to be like Sally Abbott, and then she can want Billy like Phyllis did. Oh, I can also see uh, Nick switching redheads. Now, this is Young and Restless fans. Tell me what you think about this. Is it a coincidence that Faith new friend Jordan is also a redhead? I'm like, is she going to be related to Sally some kind of way because she's a redhead? So, Chrissy, I think Eric is already falling for Shauna. He refused to let her leave the house. He says she's a breath of fresh air. He don't think she's as bad as Quinn. I think Eric's ready for some new WAP. At least I think it's still WAP. I know Denise Richards been out there with Charlie Sheen for a while. It may not be WAP enough. Uh, I like Denise Richards, so hopefully she never hears that I said that. Um, so we got was it? I want to know if Bill's going to do now that Brooke is out of sight. Put Quinn and Bill together. That would make a great villain team. I wouldn't mind Quinn and Bill together, but they still said they're trying to put Bill and Katie together. That Billy and Katie's going to have some crisis. That the I gave the members the weekly spoiler. I mean the November sweeps first. Uh, and today I'll probably release the November sweeps for everybody either today or tomorrow because I'm doing the weekly spoilers today, and that answers your question. But I'm doing a weekly spoilers today. When I put too many videos together in one day, YouTube does not promote my videos, and the numbers are like really low because they're not circulating them within the YouTube algorithm. So I tried not to release too many videos on the same day. And with the four spoiler weekly spoiler videos coming out, it really don't make sense for me to put the November sweeps video out also today. But they said they're putting Bill and Katie back together. But it will be out Monday or Tuesday. I gotta. It's really me looking at my numbers, seeing how they fluctuate before I add something new. Plus, I got the daily recaps coming. So yeah, it's a job in itself trying to figure out how to work within the YouTube algorithm of when to release videos. Like weekly spoilers should have been out yesterday, but once again, I was caught up in the election. Oh man, hopefully everyone here is happy with how the elections turned out. Um, and my other channel, I'll be doing a video about that, the Phoenix Tremaine channel. So here we go. Shirley Hood. I'm just coming late, but not too good with chat thing. 70. Lower dates because I go back with liking my days. Okay, okay. Thank you for joining us and learning about social media, so you can do this with us. Um, but I screw a soap operas. I screw a um, audience of like 40 to 50 and above is like my major consumers watching my videos. Christy, I do think Gwen is Abby's sister, but I thought that was the secret was going to come out. Then it came out as Jack and Kate's secret. Um, Honestly, I don't think that Eric should put his picture over the fireplace. If Eric's picture is over the fireplace, I should think it would be with his wife. I can't see him just up there by himself because he doesn't have that kind of personality. Like I can see Bill putting his picture on the fireplace because he has that kind of ego, but he's never had that kind of ego where he felt like he needed to be above everybody. I'm doing well, Mrs. BTV, or is that Mr. BTV? Because I'm sure you're not a kid, but um, explain it to me so I can uh, talk to you properly. I'm not sick of the Nina storyline. I'm sick of it taking too long. We need to get to the point so Nina can be a villain and get back with Valentine and turn on Carly and Jax. That's what I want. Especially since I don't like Jax now. Jax. Uh, that is a possibility. It's clear that Jordan is up to something. But if they couldn't get a cancer storyline right, I don't think they can get a drug addiction storyline right. They totally screwed Steffi's drug addiction storyline by fast forwarded it within like a 2 week period, like they were like Beverly Hills 90210 or something. No, I actually stopped watching housewife shows. Toby. Okay, okay, it might be a little whoppy. On a side note, I'm a Cardi B fan, and I pre-ordered WAP before it came out, before we knew what it sounded like or anything. And I was supposed to got like a signed CD, personally signed CD, and that shit never came. I'm like, was that a scam? But it was only $5. But still, okay, yeah, Chris, that is the worst. It's like they'll still be counting, and everybody else will have gone on ahead and said, okay, you're up to 306. That's ridiculous. There should be a reasonable amount of time. The 12th is not a reasonable amount of time. It's true that the media does not call presidents and that the electoral college still has to actually make the vote. And you got to hope and pray that nobody pulls a fast one and votes against their people. No, electoral voters vote against the people's interests. So it's true. You can't keep count your chickens until they hatch. But at this point in time, do you know how big of a riot the world would become if some crazy stuff didn't happen when he probably is going to have 306 electoral votes versus 214? Yeah, I think people would have a pretty pretty big fit. Um, yeah, it would really hit the fan. But we don't need the electoral college. That should have been abolished a long time ago. Oh yeah, if you watch my daily recap, Roderick, you know that was one of my biggest things. It's like, oh, you just ran out of cast members, so you would want Nick, the man who constantly tried to marry Sharon or married Sharon. Now make him the best man. Like you can't have Arturo come for an episode and have his brother do it, or have his well, not his father, but have him make friends with somebody on the show. Um, Billy, anybody, Devon. Devon would be a good one for Ray to become friends with or something. Yeah, that don't make no sense. Or even Nate. They hinted that Finn could be a bad guy, but according to the member sweeps, they're keeping it a romantic love story so far. Is Gwen in the room? Let me see. See. Well, I mean, I don't want any actors to get sick just for our entertainment. If you know about Days of Our Lives, um, I can't remember her name right now. The actress that plays Adrian, how she caught coronavirus in real life and almost lost both her legs and almost died. So, yeah, I don't want any actors risking anything just so that I can be entertained. God forbid any of them actually, something bad happens. And then it's like, we don't even want to think about that. Uh, yes, it's not over, but I'm happy that it's close to being over. That it'll be over in January. So, but just the fact that Biden is considered the president elect right now has even helped the economy. Thank you, Christy. Judy Evans. Thank you. That's the name I was looking for. Judy Evans. I wish that was true, but right now Melissa is still scared. She's going to bring something home, so we have to just enjoy Katie while we can. But I would love for Katie to stay because she's one of my faves from All My Children. Well, Carter made out with a mannequin, but the last time him and Zoe kissed, he kissed a real woman. So there was a real black female stand-in. I don't know if it was his like real life girlfriend or wife or anything. Excuse me. But yeah, he didn't use a mannequin, but Thornton K did. Also, thank you, Aaron, for also Judy Evans. Hello, Melissa. Welcome from coming. Liam. Liam never wants Steffi to move on. He always wants her to be his his second option for when he gets tired of Hope. I don't know when Sammy comes back because I thought she's supposed to come back in November, but but I haven't seen any kind of date yet. So she'll probably be back at least by Thanksgiving, hopefully, or Christmas. I'm fine, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I never watched Another World. You're welcome, Toby. Um, I'm gonna leave the new Theo alone. I have thoughts on that, but I'll leave the new Theo alone. Um, I never watched Another World, but I'm sure there's a lot of Another World fans in here. Yeah, I think I just posted it like a hour and a half ago that Alice Trebek passed away. Yeah, there's a lot of soaps that I didn't get to see. I never watched God and Light. I didn't watch Another World, and you know, until All My Children One Life to Live got canceled, I had never watched Young and the Restless or Days of Our Lives. So I started watching those soaps because all my other ones were getting canceled, and if not for that, I would have only been watching General Hospital. So, and I watched Bold and Beautiful briefly when they first started, but then I had all my other soaps was on. So certain soaps I actually missed out on. And I never watched As the World Turns, Another World, Search for Tomorrow, Capital, um, Texas. There was a lot of soaps that went right on by that I wasn't watching. Plus, I was in school too. Well, I love Katie McLean in general, so I'm just happy to have another one of my soap fan faves on a show that I'm watching because just think about all of the shows that you loved that got canceled and you were so invested in those actors and most of them you've never seen again once the shows got canceled. That's a lot of people like One Life to Live, Bo and Nora and all those people, Hank Gannon. There's so many people who, I wish that they were back. Erica Slezak, I say Dorian Robin Strasser, all in whole All My Children class, Rip David Canary, but Susan Lucci and I forgot the actress who played Brooke English, but all those actors and actresses that I miss, all those shows. So when somebody like Katie McLean comes along or Michael E. Knight, and just getting to see them again is like seeing old friends. Yes, yes, Sunset Beach. My main channel was ABC, so it was Loving, The City, All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, and then NBC kept having new soaps starting from the beginning, so I started watching those. Santa Barbara, Sunset Beach, Passions, Generations. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but those are basically all of the soaps I watched until they systematically got canceled, and then I was only left with General Hospital. So then I started watching Young Restless, Days of Our Lives, and Bold and Beautiful. Thank you for saying that, but I still remember Dark Shadows. So I'm young, but I'm not that young. I'm 47, so I'm almost entering the big 50 in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely want Eve back. I wasn't watching when Nick was on, but I definitely want Eve back. And I would love for them to have Vivian Alamain as a regular on the show, either Louise Sorrell or Robin Strasser again. But I would like her to be a regular, which means she has to calm down and then get into an interesting story. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I don't know who Barbara Burns is. Yes, Ashley, I watched Loving and The City, which Loving became The City. Um, Now, Buffy, I'm always going to like Katie McLean, no matter who she plays. But Claire and Allie, they can go. They can go. I like Olivia. This new chick's not living up to Olivia Rose Keegan, who won her Emmy doing this role. So this new Claire, she's not Emmy worthy. Yes, I think that's why they're having Summer not like her right now, is because they'll eventually be rivals. But right now, the candidates for Sally is Jack, Billy, and Kyle. Those are the three people that I feel like she'll most likely be paired up with. Since they're pairing Billy with Lily, is it's probably going to come down to Jack or Kyle, especially since she's at Jabot. Thank you, Christy. I agree. And I think that now that they have the whole Jack slept with Kate storyline, Katie can actually have something to do, as far as acting wise. She can show some emotion and some fire, like she slaps Jack next week. So we got that to look forward to. Wendy, Wendy, when it comes to having a new soap channel, I agree with you. I would love for them to have a channel that reran One Life to Live, All My Children, Guiding Light, As the World Turns, Another World. I would actually, I wouldn't go further back than the 90s because I think the 90s was really, the 80s and 90s was like the heyday for soaps. So I would say maybe the 80s forward, I would watch old soaps, especially One Life to Live, in Passions. I would rewatch the whole run of Passions in Santa Barbara and Sunset Beach. Well, I think the problem with Susan Lucci on All My Children's Erica was that they paired her with every guy on a show that was a major character, whether it made sense or not. It didn't make sense for Erica and Tad either. Hey, I would subscribe to a soap channel. Well, maybe it's all perspective. I may be 47, but I feel like I'm 32. Okay, and Toby, I agree with you that Brooke and Ridge don't have any chemistry. I saw that somewhere. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Oh no, I can no longer accept your your taste in soaps because Passions was an amazing soap. Even though towards the end the stories got so crazy that they no longer made sense anymore, but still, I enjoyed it. How can you not enjoy Tabitha? And they did black characters correct. Like they actually made them a vital part of the show, and they weren't just a help. The problem with Curtis and Jordan isn't Curtis and Jordan; it's that they're not writing for the characters. They just leave them off as the help. I think you're asking what's my favorite soap. Um, my favorite soap out of the current four would probably it changes. It changes week to week. There's weeks where Days Are Alive is my favorite, especially when Kristen is involved, which is why I'm mad she's out on the show right now. But there are weeks where the first soap I turn on is General Hospital. There's a week when the first soap I turn on is Bold and Beautiful. It all depends on the storyline they have going on. Lately, it's been rare that Young the Restless is first. That's usually the last soap that I watch. I don't care about Adam trying to blow people up. It's no, no. Okay, Honey Smile. Uh, uh, I don't hate Billy and Lily together, uh, but I think they're boring. Especially since uh, they're just boring. You know, I think Lily could do better. Um, I think I think the person I enjoyed Billy with the most was Phyllis, Gina Tognani, her version of Phyllis. I had thoroughly enjoyed their relationship, especially when they were cheating behind Jack's back. That was definitely a hot couple. So, um, explain Jordan Hospital After Dark. Are you talking about when they had that Port Charles spinoff, or are you talking about the web series where they would show you like a bonus scene? Like I think one was like Elizabeth and Jason in the shower or something, or Lucky Elizabeth. It was a while ago, but I'm not sure if that's what you're referencing. So let's see, where am I? Peter Bergman. Yeah, Jack is 67 and Courtney Hope is 31. That's why I posted that in the daily recap that he's old enough to be her grandfather. But if they can put Jake and Kate together on Days of Our Lives, I, it is what it is. I mean, how old was Nikki when she was screwing Arturo? Let that sink in. That's probably like another 30-year age difference. Yeah, I agree. Um, Quinn's probably my favorite character on Bold and Beautiful. And Bill used to be a favorite character, but they just made him just such a um, punk. He has no earth anymore. I need him to scheme like yesterday. I never heard of Dangerous Woman. Yeah, Gina was Kelly Kramer on One Life to Live. Yeah, that'd be a lot, but but she would be it'd be every generation of Abbott trying to get the Sally. So, how do you guys feel about the potential of Lulu and Julian being fired? Will you miss the characters? I don't know if I'd miss Lulu, but I'd miss Julian, even though they don't give him nothing to do. Sarah, I agree with you, but the only thing that makes me sad about all of this is they had Lola as such a major character before that new writer came in. And it's like Lola went from being a star on Young and the Restless to the help, who, as beautiful as she is, can't get a man to save her life. And now she's even putting out and it still won't work. Yeah, yeah. I need Thomas to be a little less crazy. He can scheme, but talking dolls is over the top for me. If this was passions, then I'd be all in. But this ain't passions. It's both beautiful. Oh, when it comes to Kyle and Summer, that's what I want Kyle to be with. I want Kyle with Summer. I don't want Kyle with Lola because Kyle didn't deserve Lola, and Lola doesn't deserve a man with money. Lola deserves somebody who's broke because that's what'll make her happy. Right, and make her less uptight. I don't think she'll go back to Young and the Restless because she was Abby, and they already have an Abby that I'm not happy with, but I'm sure they're happy with. So maybe that's another reason why she didn't want to come back. Okay, Chrissy, thank you for being part of the SoFan membership. And thank you for joining us on this live today. Um, I don't know who her mother is. It'd be interesting if it was Kate. Okay, so I miss Daniel. Daniel was a character that should never been killed off. I'm shocked that they didn't already fire her, Sasha Cali, because they're not writing for her. So maybe they're keeping her on the show so they say they have Latins on the show. But other than that, okay. So since you don't like the good characters on General Hospital, who do you like? That's my question to Jakarius. Who do you actually like on uh, General Hospital? I'm fine with Rafe and Nicole. I know people are already upset because they were sitting together, but I'm perfectly fine with Rafe and Nicole. Right now, Nicole has absolutely nothing to do. So Rafe and Nicole or Brady and Nicole, either one, I'd be fine with. Thank you, Toby. The balling storyline. I don't know what storyline that is. Oh, Balkan. I don't know. They haven't mentioned anything like that in what about a year? Toby, I do think that they're going to do something with Lauren and Jack. I really thought that was gonna be his love interest, and then the epidemic happened. I asked you who you like. You're still telling me people you don't like. Do you like any characters on the show? Turkish people. I don't know any, so I can't say. And you can't base liking, a group of people based on even if I knew one or two. So I don't know anything about, Turkish people. Thank you, Gwen. Actually, I do like Sasha. I think Sasha was actually really good for Michael. She seemed like a mini me version of his mother. Yeah, his hair actually started off as blonde on Instagram, but then he showed up on Young the Rest as white. Okay, Ashley. Yeah, Rebecca was played by She was Tina on One Life to Live, Andrea Evans. So yeah, I loved Tina. I loved Andrea Evans, and I was happy to see her in any soap role that she got, um, that she gets. Okay, Lynn, you have a good weekend. See you in the comment section. I agree, Wendy. They were like making Lola too whiny. Hey, Damien, thank you for joining us. We got like 3 minutes left, and then I have to start editing the weekly spoilers so I can get those out to you early instead of late this evening. So I want to get on that editing, and then I'll see you in those comment sections, and then I'll try to do a live real soon. I won't let too much time go past before I do my next live. So look for that update on when the next one will be. Monique, we got 2 more minutes. I'm wrapping up at 3:10, so that I can go back to editing and filming. Because also, I don't know if you guys look at my other channel, but I just watched Spell this morning before Mari Hardwick and Loretta Devine, and I want to also do that movie review before while it's still in my mind. I'm gonna add it to the end of my soap fan videos so that you guys can just click on it and be able to go straight to my other channel to watch those reviews. But I do have up right now His House, which was good on Netflix, and what's the other one? The Craft Legacy. I did put that review on my channel also, my other channel. Thank you, Toby. Goodbye, Melissa. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you, Toby. Goodbye, Jacarius. Um, so, so yeah, we're wrapping it up. And I stopped. The only Real Housewives franchise I watched was Potomac and Atlanta, but they got so repetitive, I stopped watching them. Thank you. You as well. So it's almost that time. So I want to say thank you for everyone who for coming in. I will catch you in the next video. You'll be able to replay this video within like 5-10 minutes. You'll be able to see it again. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you for being part of the live, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.